have a phone or a tablet or a computer, you can communicate with your other workers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
a
very good program.
With that in mind, with the G Calendar now, is that the same as my calendar that I have on my Android that is connected with the calendar for my Gmail account, or is it a different calendar completely?
It would be connected to the email that you have your G Suite signed under.
Okay.
So, and like what I do on my Android, when I add a contact, Android has several different contact programs. You have the Android contact program that comes with the phone, and then you can sign in with Outlook or Google.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I make sure that I default all my sign-ins to my G Suite email.
Okay.
That way, if I put a contact in my computer or in my phone, it syncs automatically. So I don't have to worry that it's in one place and not the other.
Time management, I love it.
Yeah. Well, not only that, think about it, Cheri. If you have your phone and you have 1,000 contacts on it and you lose your phone, you're dead. Or even if you lose your computer, you're dead. If I lose my computer, I could go get on another computer, go sign into my Google account, and all my contacts are still there. They didn't go anywhere.
Wow.
You know,
things
my computer went somewhere, not my contacts.
But it's things we don't think about until all of a sudden it happens, because I can tell. I mean, how many times do we see people post on Facebook, I lost my phone, or it went in the pool, or whatever, you know, message me with your phone number. So, yeah, it's a great way, again, to definitely stay on top of your business right there.
Oh, by the way, I hate to, let me interrupt you something about losing your phone. Google G Suite has a program in the settings where you can actually hook up your phone to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you should lose your phone, you can go into that program and wipe everything clean from your phone.
Wow.
So you don't lose all your information to some scrupulous thief.
Yeah, we had a friend that actually had his phone. He lost it or had it stolen in an airport or something.
Correct.
And he does all his banking on his cell phone.
Right.
Guess what? They wiped out his account. Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that's fabulous.
So this has a thing in the back end on the G Suite's program where you can connect the phones, and it's really good if you have a business where you have several employees and they have company phones.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you control of those phones.
Works perfect for those, like, you know, when you, like you said, especially if you have an air conditioning company and you have your team going out there and you're giving them each phones.
Mm-hmm.
I love those.
Yeah.
So many cool ideas. Well, and with the calendar, I mean, when you're talking about team, you can actually have all your coworkers using the same calendar, correct? So you, like for appointment setting and everything.
You can create several different calendars, and each calendar you can share, you know, with your team. And when you share with your team, it gives you the opportunity to, let's say you want to set up a meeting. Calendar will actually search everybody's appointments and come up with convenient times that you could all meet together when everybody's not busy.
Perfect.
So it automatically does it for you once it's set up. And there is a little bit of setting up to do, and everybody's got to have an account and a calendar.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as all those calendars are shared, let's say you want to set a meeting, you put in who you want to invite to the meeting, the calendar will actually search everybody's appointments and say, well, you can meet on Tuesday at 1 o'clock or Friday at 3 o'clock or whatever. So it eliminates all that calling, emailing back and forth. Are you busy then? Are you busy now? It does it all automatically for you.
Just let them pick the slot and it's all done. You just designate when you want to work and when you'd prefer not to be bothered.
Exactly. And it also has a feature on the calendar if you want to set up appointments. you could set up an appointment slot, let's say at half hour or 45-minute increments or whatever, and put it out there and send it to people so the person could pick the time for their appointment, and then when the next person goes to make an appointment with you, that time won't be available, so they'll have to pick another time. So it really helps you organize your appointments and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I'm listening to everything that you've been sharing. To me, the organization is such a huge factor because that's probably, as a small business and an entrepreneur, we're multitasking anyway. We wear so many hats, and it's hard to really keep everything in one area. There's so many pieces. Yeah, so to me, this is just sounds like the perfect tool, Richard.
No, it does, really. You know, I love the fact that you can invite people to it and they can pick their own time slot. We've looked at Time Trade and a whole Acuity and a whole bunch of different ones for doing that for us.
Yeah, you can do that, and also when you create a meeting, when you invite people, it sets up a list who's coming, and you could send out an email blast to everybody that's coming to that particular meeting to do an update or whatever with just one click. So you don't have to send out 20 different emails or anything like that. You can add notes and documents to your calendar. So if you create an event, it brings up a screen. You could put notes in there. You can actually add PDF files and things like that so that you can have everything that you want to bring to the meeting right on your calendar.
Wow.
That you can do.
I love all these features. I can't wait to go in and try it, and the price is so affordable.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just hearing with all the different features that it has. When I think about some of the features I'm using now, that they're all different they're all different companies. I'm trying to bring everything together, having one tool, and being able to get all that together. I love it.
And the other advantage of belonging to the paid service is it does give you access to the Google Marketplace, where there's tons of software that are integrated with the G Suite, and even Constant Contact is integrated with them. You could integrate Constant Contact in with G Suite. You can integrate. They have accounting programs. They have client relationship management programs like Insightly and others. They've got meeting I mean, there's just hundreds of them. I can't even go into them
so
all.
some amazing advantages then to be using the G Suite.
Yeah, I think that's really a tool that everybody listening in ought to explore and have a conversation with you about in putting this together, because I know we've worked with a number. We've had the Infusionsoft and all these things. Which are, Infusionsoft was I think $337 a month. Didn't happen, but for about a year.
I call it the granddaddy of them all. Well, so real quick before we get on with our conversation, definitely let everyone know how they can connect with you, where they can connect with you, phone number, LinkedIn, everything. Let them know real quick, because I know they're going to have lots of questions.
All right. Well, the best way would be to email me, of course, at robert@rswtechnologyguide.com. My phone number is 561-386-4450. I am on Facebook as RSW Technology Guide. LinkedIn, just look for Robert Wieseneck.
I'll spell your last name.
W-I-E. I was just going to do that. W-I-E-S-E-N-E-C-K.
Awesome. And I will definitely have these listed on our Social Radio Show page, as well as on on Facebook, and then also on our SoSocialRadioShow.com page under the guest information. And there you can actually go and read more about Robert and a little bit more detail about some of the other things he's done. Because I do know, since we've known Robert, he has just always been in tune and on top of this technology. And
well, thank you, Cheri.
Oh, you have, and I that's why we invited you to share this, because this is a product. I mean, this is a product I get asked about so much. What is this, like the Google Plus or Google My Business and the G Suites and all this? I know it's all owned by Google, and but I know they all work together. But I don't that's not something I'm strong. It's not a strong suit for me. So.
Yeah,
No,
and the fact. Go ahead, Richard. I'm sorry.
No, it's something that myself, I've never really explored because my concept of it is basic Gmail on that.
Right.
So as you're enlightening me and opening my eye, I want to take a look. Yes. If you're talking $5 a month or maybe a little bit more than that, if you have a larger list, on that's still pretty economical. When we're looking at other CRM tools that are out there. Customer relationship management is what CRM is.
Well, with the two different levels, you said the basic was $5, the premium $10. What is this? Are there any specific differences?
The difference is the amount of storage you get.
Okay.
On Google Drive. I think with the basic you get 30 gigabytes, and with the premium you get a terabyte or unlimited.
Okay. I figured it was part of the storage. Yeah.
Yeah, let me ask you another question here. Like Cheri and I do a lot of presentations, some free, some paid, and I know you said you could have them register for events. What if we were charging for an event? Is there a tool there that somebody could pay on?
Not to my knowledge. That it. Like a webinar, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, webinar face-to-face on that. So we would need to put a buy now link
like
from
or
one
Eventbrite or something like that.
Eventbrite, Authorize.net, PayPal. One of those we would have to drop in.
Right.
But I do know that when you collect the names, then you can always put them and have them in with their emails and such in a folder, so that you can then message out them as they, I guess, register for an event. You could put them in your folders, and then you have them all grouped up together.
If you have the event on your calendar, you can have them actually added to the back of that event on the backside, and that would give a whole list of it. If they have Gmail, when you send out and invite them to something, it sends out an invitation. If they respond, it automatically puts them in the event.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So, yeah, and then you could email them as a group, which makes it very easy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, it has the cloud storage platform, right? Is that what they're using?
The Google Drive.
That's the Google Drive. Okay.
Yeah, and more than just cloud storage, Google Drive also has an office suite where you could create Word documents, you can create spreadsheets, slide presentations, forms to collect information like surveys, or even register people for an event.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes with, you can create a website. There's something I'm working on now. It's like a hub workplace where I'm going to put together a website and different presentations to have like a learning hub where I can actually do training on the Google Suite program.
Oh, that sounds genius.
That's really strong there in that. You know, and the fact that you can have up to a terabyte with the premium account. I mean, terabyte's a lot of information storage.
Yeah,
a lot of information.
Oh, by the way, let me just clarify. When I say it's $10 a month, that's per user.
Okay, right.
So if you and Cheri had an account, it would be $20. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you had your own account. Now you could have one account with different emails or alias emails. I've got about 5 or 6 aliases, and that's still one account.
But if you're putting a team, setting it up for a team, then each one will have their own specific email, correct?
They could have their own email, but if they each have their own account, then each person has to pay that money.
Okay, great. No, that's good to know, because there's all those little questions I'm sure that businesses will have when they actually go in and look into this product here. But with the Google Drive, I mean, just briefly, what is your thought about, cloud storage? Is that, I hear pros and cons about it. There's some people that are afraid of going out on a cloud, and some people that have no problem with it at all.
Well, number one, everything in your life is stored on the cloud. If you have a bank account, you're already on the cloud.